Greetings, reality hackers, architects of the future, children of Uranus. You are those whose consciousness runs on an operating system yet to be invented by humanity. You live in tomorrow, while others are stuck in yesterday. But let's scan your current state. Do you feel that low-frequency hum in your neurons? It's the sound of an overloaded processor. All this past year, you worked in extreme multitasking mode, holding the firmament of logic and progress on your shoulders. You were strong. You were rational. You were cool as liquid nitrogen, freezing your emotions so they wouldn't interfere with efficiency. But the system can't operate at its limit forever. You feel the insulation melting on your nerve endings. Now, on the eve of the annual cycle's change, you are at a singularity. This is the 0-point state, a 0 point where old algorithms no longer work and new ones have not yet loaded. You feel a strange, frightening loneliness, even in a crowd. This loneliness is of the highest order, the feeling of being an alien who's been forgotten to take home. You watch the holiday bustle like a watcher behind a window, with a touch of cynicism and a deep, hidden yearning for a true miracle. Not for beautifully wrapped gifts, but for an event that will crack the code of this gray reality and prove to you that magic exists, that you're here for a reason. The astrological mechanics of this night are unique to your sign. Your ruler, Uranus, enters into a precise resonance with the year's transition point. This creates the effect of quantum tunneling. The barrier between the possible and the impossible thins to the thickness of a sheet of graphene. At precisely midnight, when the numbers on the clock change to 0, a powerful release of mental energy will occur. This is more than just the chimes of clock. This is the sound code that will initiate the defragmentation of your hard drive. At this moment, the universe is preparing an emotional explosion of such force that it will blow away the dam of your self-control. You're used to analyzing everything, but at this moment, logic will fail. This horoscope is not a weather forecast. It is a warning of an inevitable systemic renewal through catharsis. We're talking about the moment when the icy armor of your intellect will crack, and from beneath it, a living, warm light will gush. But I must warn you of a critical mistake that every other Aquarius makes. Your mental trap is the fear of losing control. You hate appearing weak, sentimental, or irrational. When a lump forms in your throat at midnight and your eyes begin to sting with tears, your first instinct will be to suppress it. Swallow. Turn it into a joke. Put on a stony face. I'm not crying. I'm just allergic to tangerines. Stop. This would be a fatal mistake. These tears are not water. They are the condensation of your soul that has been accumulating for years. They are the molten ice that has been encasing your heart. If you block this outlet, you will leave a toxin within your system. You must allow this to happen. You must allow yourself to be vulnerable. A miracle cannot enter through a closed door. It only enters where the defenses are removed. Are you ready to turn off the firewall and accept the incoming flow of pure love? You must understand the fundamental mechanics of your psychomatrix. Aquarius is a sign that feels through the head. For you, emotion is an equation to be solved. You don't experience joy, you process it. You don't cry, you register a malfunction in the eye hydration system. Your control over your limbic system has become legendary. You've transformed yourself into a biorobot, capable of maintaining icy calm while the world around you burns. But this very armor will become your greatest vulnerability tonight. The astrological situation is forming an aspect that functions like an electromagnetic pulse, EMP. It doesn't knock on the door of consciousness. It instantly burns out the fuses of your self-control, de-energizing your logical circuits and leaving you alone with the pure, naked energy of experience. How exactly will the physical realization of this miracle occur? Uranus, your celestial curator, is the planet of electricity and surprise. The event will not be smeared over time. It will be a discharge. In the seconds leading up to midnight, you'll feel a strange desynchronization with reality. The sounds of guests or the television will become flat, as if coming from behind a vacuum glass. Time, which usually flows linearly for you, will collapse into a point. You'll feel a physical chill in your fingertips. This is the blood flowing from the periphery to the center to the heart muscle, which is preparing to bear a colossal load. Your nervous system, normally functioning like a high-speed fiber optic cable, will begin to vibrate at a frequency you've never experienced before. This is the frequency of absolute truth. The scenario of the miracle itself will be devoid of pathos and theatrics. Aquarians don't fall for external effects. For you, a miracle is information. It could be a message arriving on your phone at exactly 12 a.m. A 3-word text you've been waiting for 10 years without even admitting it. Or it will be the gaze of the person sitting next to you, in which you suddenly see not a familiar reflection, but an abyss of understanding and acceptance. Or, and this is the most powerful option, it will be an inner insight, an instant unpacking of your data archive, when the disparate fragments of your life suddenly come together into a perfect, luminous mosaic and you understand. It was all worth it. I am where I should be. I am loved. Psychologically, you are now at risk of intellectual isolation. You feel as if no one can understand the complexity of your code. You are accustomed to being a black sheep, a lone genius. And the miracle of this night lies in the destruction of the wall of alienation. You will suddenly feel a total, all-consuming connection. Not just contact, but quantum entanglement with another person or with the universe as a whole. This feeling of oneness will be so acute, so piercing, that your psyche, lacking the protocols to process such a volume of love, will produce the only possible emergency response: tears. These tears aren't water, in an esoteric sense. They're a liquid crystal, a condensate of your soul that washes away the toxins of cynicism. You're used to thinking that only the weak cry, but today you'll understand. Those who have been strong for too long cry. These are tears of relief, as if you've been holding a concrete slab of the sky at arm's length for years, and suddenly someone comes up and takes that weight away, saying, "Rest, you're home." This feeling of coming home, even if you're in an unfamiliar place, will be the trigger. Your neural network will reboot. The old Aquarius, cold and detached, will disappear. A new one will be born, alive, sensitive, conducting the current of life without resistance. Pay attention to your physical reactions as the chimes ring. If you feel a flush, if an electric current runs down your spine like a shiver, if your breathing becomes so tight that it becomes difficult to inhale, don't be alarmed. This is not a panic attack. This is the entry of the spirit into the body. You've lived too long in your mind, in a cloud of ideas. Now you're being grounded in happiness. Your body is remembering what it feels like to vibrate with joy at the cellular level. Trust this tremor. This is the vibration of attuning to a new timeline, where loneliness is no longer your default configuration. We're delving into the architecture of the process itself. Understanding what's going to happen is half the battle. The main thing is to know how not to fry the motherboard during peak load. Your main problem in moments of high emotional intensity is the automatic activation of the irony protocol. It's your built-in antivirus. As soon as reality becomes too sentimental, too human, your brain generates sarcasm to tone down the pathos. You're afraid of looking stupid. You're afraid of appearing naive. That's why you often ruin the most beautiful moments of your life with an inappropriate joke or a cynical comment. It's a defensive reaction. You try to devalue what's truly critical to you, so you won't be hurt if it's taken away. The system's instructions for tonight are categorical. Disable the irony module. Forbid yourself from being funny. Forbid yourself from being the life of the party, who entertains everyone with witty toasts. This midnight, what's required of you isn't wit, but sincerity. For Aquarius, sincerity is a complex code you've forgotten how to write. You're used to communicating through memes, links, and abstract concepts. But the miracle that's about to be downloaded is analog in nature. It doesn't read binary code. It reads the vibration of the heart. If, as the clock strikes midnight, you're trying to come up with a joke about Olivier's salad or a summary of the year, you'll create interference. The communication channel with the egregore of happiness will be blocked by the noise of your own intellect. Pay special attention to your main fetish and curse, your smartphone. Aquarians physically merge with their gadgets. For you, a screen is a window into a safe world where you control incoming traffic. But it's the screen itself that can become the wall against which the wave of miracle crashes. The mechanics of the Uranus aspect require a direct connection, not through a server, not through a messenger, not through an Instagram filter. If you stare into a black mirrored rectangle at 12 a.m., you'll miss the supernova. you'll see only pixels. A strict requirement: 15 minutes before midnight, place your phone face down. Remove it from your tactile reach. You'll feel a cramping sensation. Your fingers will search for the familiar coolness of its case. This is the phantom pain of being cut off from the information field. Endure it. You must find yourself in the vacuum of the here and now, without digital crutches. Only in this silence, free from notifications, will you be able to hear that very same signal. Psychologically, you will experience the phenomenon of temporal decompression. Usually, time flies at breakneck speed, but at the moment the hands of the clock change, time will stand still. It will be similar to the bullet time effect from the Matrix. You will begin to see details with frightening clarity, bubbles in a glass, the movement of a loved one's eyelashes, the reflection of light on a Christmas tree ornament. Your sensory perception will be heightened. Don't analyze this state. Don't try to catalog it. Simply absorb it. Your soul's update package is being downloaded. In these seconds, you will understand that reality is not what you think, but what you feel. Another critical aspect is verbalization. Aquarians are brilliant at articulating global ideas, but they are mute when it comes to personal feelings. You have a block in your throat chakra in the intimacy spectrum. Saying, "I will save the world," is easier for you than saying, "I need you." On this night, the universe will demand that you crack this code. The miracle is activated by the voice. If you remain silent, if you keep your words inside your skull, the energy will sour. You must voice what you've been afraid to say for years. Let your voice tremble. Let your wording be crooked and awkward. Perfect speech is dead speech. The living word is always imperfect. It is through this crack of imperfection that light will penetrate your world. Physically, you may feel a strange pressure in your solar plexus, as if a taut spring were uncoiling. This is the center of your will and personality. Uranus influences it, forcing you to drop the mask of observer. You're used to viewing life as an experiment without emotional involvement. But today, you're not a spectator. You're the protagonist. The script is being written in real time, and you don't have a draft. It's frightening. It's unhinged. But it's precisely this loss of control that gives you wings. A miracle is always a loss of control. Allow yourself to fall into these emotions. The gravity of love will catch you. Remember the algorithm for critical moments. Digital circuit breaker. Put your phone away. Eye contact. Look into people's eyes, not through them. Breathing. Inhale deeply through your nose. Exhale slowly through your mouth. This will calm your racing mind. Surrender. Say to yourself silently, "I surrender to the flow." Stop swimming against the current of emotions. Let the wave wash over you. We are approaching the point of no return. Right now, as you read these lines, the space around you is beginning to behave strangely. In physics, this is called a vacuum fluctuation. In magic, a veil thinning. And in Aquarian parlance, it's a glitch, a systemic error in the matrix code indicating the new version of reality is being loaded. You may notice strange shadows, flashes of light, or moving objects out of your peripheral vision. Don't be alarmed. This is a side effect of the powerful Uranus aspect at work. Your familiar, gray, predictable lifeline, timeline A, is beginning to overlap with an alternative timeline, timeline B, where you're already happy, fulfilled, and loved. At midnight, these two films should merge. Your task is not to interfere with this process with your doubts. You must be prepared for the phenomenon of déjà rêvé, already dreamed. This is a deeper, more mystical version of déjà vu. The moment the miracle touches you, you'll experience a powerful flashback. You'll feel as if you've experienced this moment before, as if you've known about it for thousands of years before you were born. This sense of familiarity will be so strong that it can make your head spin. This is a marker that you've found your true trajectory. You're no longer lost in a maze of options. You've reached the finish line. This feeling of peace amidst the storm is the surest sign that the miracle is real. False miracles cause hype and hysteria. A true miracle brings silence and clarity in 8K resolution. Aquarius astrology is inextricably linked to the collective field and friends, 11th house. It's very likely that another person will be the conductor of your miracle, but not in the romantic sense of a prince on a white horse, but rather in the sense of a messenger. It could be an old friend who calls unexpectedly, a casual acquaintance who says something that changes your worldview, or even a stranger online. Aquarius is a network. We are all nodes in this network, and a burst of happiness will pass through one of these nodes to strike you with a jolt of insight. Don't close yourself off from people these days. Even if you're tired of social interaction, keep your ports open. The most important information will come from outside, not from inside your head. Pay attention to electricity and light. Uranus rules lightning and current. At moments of peak energy concentration, shortly before or just after midnight, light bulbs may burn out, appliances may malfunction, Wi-Fi may go out, or, conversely, fairy lights may flicker strangely in your presence. This isn't a poltergeist. It's your aura that has become so dense and high voltage that the physical world can't handle the strain. Consider this special effect a fireworks display in your honor. It's the universe winking at you. I see you. I'm working on your request. Your emotional system is now like a taut string. The slightest vibration in the air, and it will vibrate or break. The tears we discussed at the beginning are a way to release excess energy, preventing the string from snapping. Don't be afraid to cry in public. For Aquarius, this is an act of supreme trust. If you allow someone to see your tears of happiness, you will create a bond with them stronger than steel. You will show them your source code, your vulnerability. And in the new era we are entering, vulnerability is the new currency. It is what makes you alive in a world of algorithms and bots. You will be tested on your trust in chaos. Aquarians love plans, but Uranus is the god of chaos. A miracle will not happen on schedule. It could happen at 11:55 p.m. or 12:05 a.m. It may not look exactly as you imagined. It can arrive in the ugly packaging of a problem, which in a minute will turn into the greatest gift. If something goes wrong for you, a glass breaks, a dress gets dirty, someone is late, rejoice. This means the script is broken, and it is precisely into broken scripts that real life penetrates. The ideal holiday is boredom. A chaotic, strange, unpredictable holiday is a breeding ground for Aquarius. Prepare for your perception of time to change. The past will cease to matter. You will suddenly physically feel the burden of grievances, failures, and mistakes of 2025 unfastening from you. Like a spent rocket stage, it falls downward, burning up in the atmosphere, and you continue to rise. Don't look down. There is nothing but ashes. Look up into the black abyss of possibility. There, your new stars are igniting. We've reached the end. The update download is complete. Right now, as you read these lines, your internal code has already been rewritten. You are no longer the version of yourself that began this journey 5 blocks ago. The old operating system, built on defense, cynicism, and loneliness, has been relegated to the trash. You've rebooted. Can you feel that clarity? It's your new processor at work. It's as if someone wiped the camera lens, and the world has become sharp, bright, and saturated. The tears we spoke of weren't weakness. They were a necessary cleaning procedure. Now you see reality without the distortions of fear. You stand on the threshold of 2026, not as a supplicant, but as the administrator of your reality. You have root access to manage your future. The miracle that will happen, or has already begun to happen, at midnight is not a handout from fate. It is the result of you finally allowing yourself to be happy. You have unlocked the joy folder. You've disabled the firewall that was filtering love as spam. Now, incoming happiness traffic will flow directly. Prepare for the bandwidth of your soul to increase thousands of times. You will become a hub through which light will be transmitted further to other people. But to ensure this new configuration is preserved and doesn't collapse at the first stress, we need to set an anchor. We need to anchor this state in the physical world. Aquarius is a sign of air and electricity. We won't be burning pieces of paper or throwing them into champagne. That's too archaic for you. We'll perform a high-tech mental ritual that utilizes the nature of light and neural impulses. Ritual, Quantum Flash Protocol. This ritual utilizes the principle of neuroplasticity. We will link a physical flash of light with an internal state of absolute happiness, creating a conditioned reflex that will work for you all year long. You will need a source of living, bright light. A sparkler is ideal. A spark is the symbol of Uranus. If you don't have one, use your phone's flashlight, but set it to strobe or flash mode. A second of silence within, even if there's noise around you. How? 2. Synchronization. When the clock strikes 12 or immediately after midnight, don't rush to shout and clink glasses. Set aside 10 seconds of personal time. Take a step away from the table or simply close your eyes. Charging the impulse. Remember the sensation of electric current in your spine that we talked about. Concentrate all your desire, all your hope, all your faith in a miracle on one point, the center of your chest. Imagine a glowing turbine spinning there. Activation. Quickly light the sparkler or turn on a light. Look at the sparks. Don't look away. Imagine that each spark is a new neuron, a new opportunity, a new joyful encounter already written into your future. Encoding. Looking at the light, mentally or whisper if no one is listening, pronounce the launch command. Light received. Darkness erased. EM online. Feel this light physically entering your eyes and imprinting itself on your retinas, forever changing your view of the world. This action is your signature on a new user agreement with the universe. You confirm that you are ready for high speeds and vibrant events. You are no longer hiding in the shadows of your intellect. You have stepped into the light. Now that the protocol is activated, your main task is to maintain conductivity. Don't block emotions. If you want to laugh, laugh loudly. If you want to cry, cry bitterly. Be alive. Be present. Be electric. The miracle is already here. It is within you. To finalize this process and send a readiness report to the Destiny server, go to the comments. Leave the access code to your new reality there. Let these words be the first data packet you send into the new year. Right. Happiness system activated.